Okay, here we are up towards the schoolhouse. That one down there might be better.
That's what Mike did.
Are you going to check that out, house? Helene said there was no toilet paper in the other one, or it was shredded from mice or something. You going to be okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the schoolhouse. I think the schoolhouse is a quaint story, and if we can get inside of it, there's a whole lot of history on the walls. You want to read about the schoolhouse?
What number is it?
Not
One.
sure. Probably one.
Ryder Corner Schoolhouse. Constructed 1810. One room to teach all students. In the continuous use by Croydon until 1938. Scout hand-hewn frame shows care with which it was built. That's it.
Okay, so let's see if we can get inside of it.
You said all you have to do is push
Let's
over the
hope.
door.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of history on the walls inside of here if we can get into it. I think last year they had it boarded because they were working on it. Let's see if my daughter gets in. Yep, looks like she is. Okay, let me get up. Okay, I'm making it. Okay, we're inside the schoolhouse. It's a little dark in here. I don't know if there's any lights. There is lights, but I don't know about switches. There's things about the trees here. Actually, this was the kids' potty back then. Oh, you found a light switch. Oh, she saw a light switch right here. So I think that in here was the outhouse for the students. Yeah, you can't see them too much. It's kind of dark in there. There's storage things in there right now. Has things with different tree leaves and so forth.
I'll put more light on.
She got more lights on them. Local trees. Okay.
Cool, huh?
Yep.
It has like different in these jars too. Peanut jars.
What is it?
All these peanut jars.
Oh, peanut jars. Oh, it has like cones in it. Where's the witch hazel?
Yeah,
Show us something about.
Whenever wanted to know what witch hazel looked like, there you go. Witch hazel.
Okay. And the witch hazel bark and leaf is there. And this is
Hemlock.
hemlock. Oh, it's got like little cones. I remember those.
They look like little pine cones.
Yep, like little pine cones. Yep.
Yellow birch, pine, pin cherry, sumac, sugar maple. Neat.
Yep.
Like they're different little cones and stuff.
They got the wood box over here. Okay, we're going into the main part of the schoolhouse area. Actually, here you will see, if there's lights, I don't know if there's lights in here. Helene finds one or not. Is there a light switch for in here? No. But it tells about Perrystown and Sutton schools. But over there it tells about Matthew Harvey in 1774 bought the land at Mustard Field. In 1774 to 1779, Matthew worked to clear the land of old growth forest and build a log cabin. 1777, now this is my fourth and your fifth great-grandfather, Benjamin Critchett, Matthew's future brother-in-law, joined the 1st New Hampshire Continental Regiment, like I told you. And in 1779, Matthew married Hannah. 1780, son Jonathan was born. 1781, son Matthew, so forth and so on. And in 1787, the Harvey house burned, and the natives helped rebuild it in 5 days.
Wow.
Yep. And all the rest of their children tells about when they were born. And in 1799, Matthew Harvey died at age 49. The widow Harvey continued to operate the farm and tavern. Jonathan was elected Sutton selectman. In 1806, Jonathan took over the farm with his mother Hannah, and a remarried Matthew graduated from Dartmouth College. Okay. Not sure about that. Okay, 1811 to 1823, Jonathan and Matthew served in the New Hampshire House and Senate. And 1821 to 26, Matthew served as the U.S. Congressman. 1826 to 1831, Jonathan served as U.S. Congressman. 1830, Matthew was elected governor of New Hampshire. That was son Matthew. Very interesting family history, right?
Very much.
So here they are sitting in the old schoolhouse. And if you look over...
Learning about camels.
Camels? If you look over here, this tells about the schoolhouses. But over in here... over in here is kind of interesting because it's about our... Jonathan Harvey's penmanship was on the back of Benjamin Critchett's list of gear lost in the Continental Army. Interesting, huh? And so this is Benjamin Critchett's actual handwriting right there.
Cool.
Yeah, and Jonathan Harvey and his brothers Matthew all taught school for short periods of time when they were young men. So it's funny how things are worded. List all of my clothing as followeth. I lost my, whatever that is, and one pair of deer leather breeches, one blank kit, 2 cotton and linen shirts, 1 fine shirt, 3 pair of stocking, 1 pair of silver shoe buckles, and it's all kind of written as however he knew, whatever schooling Benjamin Critchett had. Critchett, soldier, Sutton, a soldier in the Continental for the town of, the command of Captain Isaac Farewell in the Colonel, whatever, Joseph Silly Regiment, and was in battle at Hubberton in 1777, and was ordered by Colonel Reed to unlade the packs in the battle, was obligated to retreat, and I lost all my clothing and so forth and so on. So that's all was in his writing on the back of the penmanship paper. This tells about the Ryder Schoolhouse. There's the last man who owned the property. He brought the schoolhouse in here. And Mike is looking at stuff over here. Pretty interesting, huh? Yeah. So we're heading out of the schoolhouse. I think Helene's already headed out.
I'm allergic to something in there.
Or allergic to something? Helene's having a little difficulty. Maybe it's the New Hampshire atmosphere. You come from climate zone changes.
This one keeps getting in my throat.
Okay, let's head out to the sign in the house over this way. Okay. He found something interesting, which is good. So, yeah, he'll remember about your ancestors. They were all big wigs in Congress. You see that? Matthew's sons, Jonathan and Matthew Jr. Pretty interesting, huh? Actually, Matthew Jr. was elected governor of New Hampshire in 1830, so that's interesting history, actually. We have a lot of interesting information. Look, here's a little chipmunk right over here. He's got something in his mouth.
Oh, dang.
Did he go?
Yeah, he goes down.
Well, he knew you wanted to take his picture. Whoop, he's heading over that way.
He's gone.
He's gone. Okay, we're going to walk back towards the house here so I can wind up this video clip. And if there's anything you want to look at closer afterwards, we can. There's a cute little little doll house thing over there, toy house. That's kind of cute. You can read about that in the brochure. Watch out for uneven ground. It's too bad that the house isn't open yet for the season. Usually on Sunday afternoons it's open, I guess starting in July. From like 1 to 4.
Horse's carriage there.
So there's a State of New Hampshire Harvey Homestead sign over here. So Matthew Harvey settled here 1772. Actually, they came from, I think, Nottingham, New Hampshire. Susanna George was his mother and Jonathan Harvey his father. And they had several children. Matthew came here and then some others came, and of course Mariam, my fourth great grandmother, followed suit with Benjamin Critchett, her husband. And there's a house over there. What do you think? Awesome. Isn't it? So, I don't know, it just gives you a great feeling. See the cows down in the field? Yeah. Yeah. See how old this tree is, my goodness. What a neat old home, huh? Actually, no, the house was here. There was a log home here first. They built it burnt. And then others helped them rebuild it in 5 days. Yeah. So this is the one who owned it last. Robert Stanton Bristol, who through his generosity and foresight to preserve historic buildings and land, Bob ensured that our rich New Hampshire agrarian, how's that how you say it? Traditions and way of life will never be forgotten. The priceless gift of Musterfield Farm Museum, Matthew Harvey Homestead, as a working farm and museum lives on, as Bob willed, for future generations to learn from and enjoy.
It's awesome, though. You know, he may have been an old codger, but at least he did the right thing, and,
yeah.
And it didn't just go to waste.
Right, and he brought all these other buildings in. Pretty neat, huh?
Yeah, brought in more history.
Yep.
Because that's going to bring more people in.
Right. So this is the beautiful old Harvey Homestead, Musterfield Farm. So I hope you've enjoyed this little tour, Helene, of your actually fifth great grandparents lived on this property. Down somewhere on the other edge over there, down below. So we can walk up and pay for our radishes and get some lettuce and whatever else. At least it's not raining. Well, I'm glad you love it.
This is fresh out of the ground today.
Right. Fresh picked. So see the cows over there?
Yep, cows.
I'm going to end it right about here with you looking at one of your favorite animals. Cows. Helene, what do you think, Helene?
I wanted to say hi.
You want to go say hi to them?
Well,
well, they might come to the fence.
Cows. Come here, cows.
They're kind of interested in grazing down there. Well, we'll kind of leave it like this because we don't know if they'll come to the fence anyway.
Cows.
This is the end of, I guess, video clip number 2. Hope you've all enjoyed them. You have a great day. Bye.